Good morning, good morning, good morning. Shay's Creations again. And yes, I look like yesterday. You want to know why? Because I've been up all night. Yes, all freaking night. No, I'm not sleepy. But guess what? I desperately need a shower. But I tried to shower. No hot water. So I know the hot water is going to come on about 6 a.m. So I am packed up, ready at the door. The table is already in the car, and guess what? I still don't think I'm going outside today. Oh, I tell you, having anxiety is horrible. Not only that, it's so crowded out there on Sunday. Ooh, ooh, mm. But I sat up all night and prepared myself, and I still don't think I'm going. Ugh. Whew, but it is what it is. The blessing is I did give it a try, right? That's right. I struggled so hard being around people, but the good thing is today is Sunday, Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to those who celebrate. And parking is free. So the shopping center opens up at 11. I want to be there at 6 or 7 a.m. Not only will I be able to put my stuff in front of a store that's no longer there, so it's like a vacant store, but I think you understand the but. But hopefully nobody won't make me move because you're not supposed to do stuff like that. I'm gonna make sure that my vehicle is right in front of where my table is. Now I'm kind of thinking I should park somewhere else where I get the foot traffic somewhere there is going to be ample parking, but it's not going to be that that massive amount of crowd. I'm still thinking, but a friend of mine said to put it on where I originally was going to put it because that's where the foot traffic is. But just say I have to go in my car to use the bathroom, that same type of foot traffic could wipe my table of something while I'm inside the car. So I already took out my dress, my supplies and wipes and everything is ready. I am so excited, and I still think I'm not going. Oh, I can't. All of those tote bags, just about every tote bag is packed up by the front door. I have my tote bags and I have some cards. I don't believe I have one Easter card on that table. I have a slew of Mother's Day cards. I have a slew of Mother's Day cards. I have all of my handmade cards. But something tells me not to bother going. I kid you not. The neighborhood that I am in is definitely not. But I got to show you a card I made. I don't think anyone's interested in my cards, but I'm hoping at least one of you are. Yesterday, it doesn't matter. I've been up all night. It's 5 a.m. now. I was thinking of a card, and I was thinking about someone, and it said, Your love. My card says, Your love is a dream come true. Now, inside, oh, this one I left blank, but I was thinking at the moment because I was watching TV and I saw this man look at this lady and he was mesmerized and then she had a tear rolling her eyes and he had a tear rolling down his nose and I'm like, oh, that's a greedy card. But I love this because I colored the flower myself. I colored the flower myself and I'm like, wow. So now I'm looking forward to, well, I'm about to do one Easter card right now if I can find a bunny that's not colored. So this flower came up perfect. The only thing it would not let me color is the bottom right here. So on one card, I actually cut the bottom off. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do some with it cut off and then some with it on. I actually like both of them, but the reason why I like this one with it on is because you see the white in the flower a little better. I love this card. So I said it is what it is. I bought 3 card holders from Temu. That's gonna go on my table. So that's already packed up as well. I'm not I'm not even getting in my bed until I get in the shower. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and I didn't even realize it was 80 degrees. I just know I was sweating, and I just washing my head off and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness. But today is only going to be 70 degrees, which is not too good for the area where I'm going to sit because there's no shade there. I am going to figure it out the best way I can because I could sit where there is shade, but it is so congested on that corner. And if a bullet shot come out, so I said, let me stand on the end where the sidewalk is much wider. And then I put my table over here. If anything break out, I'll leave my table, jump in my vehicle, and just put my head down. Anything. Now, this card here says, kindness isn't seasonal. And then inside the card, it says, please accept this kindness card. You deserve it. So I really like this card. I really like this card here. And I only have about 2 of each. And I got 3 packs of paper down there with a free gift card that I was given. And I don't like the paper. I like this paper better. So I was like, if I send this paper back, but then I'm like, it's gonna mess me up to send it back. And then if I send those 3, I only get 1 of the actual paper that I like, because the actual paper that I like is $26. But if I get the $26 paper, I get to print 2 cards and I don't have to layer them up. They're not as thick as my traditional cards, but they're thick enough where I could save time from having to do that to them. So that's what that is. I kind of like it. I just don't like doing all of what I'm doing for all of these outings, and then when it comes down to the outings, I get nervous. I start crying. I already started saying bad words, and I had to, remember, like, throw it away so I don't say those bad words. I didn't say it out my mouth. My mind said it. My mind said it, so I'm trying, but it's hard. I don't even want anyone to even try to understand how I feel, because you don't want to. Nobody would want to feel like this. It's amazing how people can look at me and say whatever, but I struggle terribly. And I got the little boy who wants to go with me, but his mother's picking him up, and they're going somewhere. And that's going to be good, because when I get home, I'm going to shower again and jump in my bed. So there goes those apples. I just wish I could just get away from that horribleness, because nobody wants to feel like that. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But you know what the good thing is? The good thing is trying to get over it. And as long as I keep trying, I still have a chance that maybe one day. Now, I do know that I still said I may not go out. It's 6 o'clock now. I mean, it's 5 o'clock now. And it's going to be daylight at 7. I just know I'm not going to be the only one out there. The stores who really have stores there is going to be out there. This is going to be my first time. So I'm kind of nervous. But I'm still thinking I should go to a different corner. But you know what my thing is? I said, even if I don't get a sale, I want to get out the house. I want to get away from these fears and stuff. But I can't take birds. I can't take crying. This lady commented on a post that the baby was crying and crying and crying and crying, and she was like, oh, I couldn't take that. I would have left and this stuff. And I'm like, oh, it feels so good to hear somebody else say it, because, woo, that child couldn't be in my house. All that damn going on. Bye. See you later. I'll open up the door and say, did you forget something? Because I see it way down the hallway. Way down the hallway. It's the top button down, or the bottom. Just get out of here. Just get out of here with all that noise. But she was braiding the baby's hair. Come on now, anybody with a license would know that you can't finish that person's head. mm. Can you imagine braiding a baby's hair and the baby screaming and crying and screaming and you just braiding? You don't, first of all, know if that child got a migraine. They can't tell you they got a migraine. And the more you braid, the more they cry, the more that migraine go boom, boom, boom. I have a migraine problem, so And I haven't had a migraine in a while. Why? Because I stopped bringing in here that air freshener. My daughter would say, "Mommy, is that air freshener?" I said, "Really?" As soon as I stopped using it, my headache went away. Wow. Boys and girls, I feel like a freaking salt shaker. I done been in the bathroom and washed my neck and everything. Oh my goodness. But I had basically almost a whole year of not having to put a dime on my electricity out of my own pocket. But I knew soon as like maybe May come, I would have to turn my air conditioner on. Honey, it is already April 20th and I need my damn air conditioner. Oh my goodness. And I have a 10,000 BTU air conditioner, which means boom goes the light bill. But guess what? As hard as it might be, I am not going to sit in this house and suffer myself. Because yesterday I started crying. That's how bad the flashes was. I started crying, but I won't need the air today, of course. But when it's time to throw it on, I'm throwing it on because I'm not going to sit in here basically 24 hours a day and not put my air conditioner on because the bill is going to get high. I'm going to sit my black self right here in this chair and try to grind and get my damn electricity paid the best I can do. But I kid you not, I was reading this post and this woman said she's not buying anything outside of food until Trump is no longer in office. So I'm sitting here like, I can only imagine the amount of people that's going to look at me if I do venture out. It's going to look at me and just continue on walking by. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to do anything because I know what the economy is right now and I know how people think. But someone commented right under that and said it's a tragedy that people feel that they can't shop and do the normal things they want to do, but they will chase a name brand outfit, a name brand item, knowing that you're paying 5 and 6, sometimes even 10 times more. And it makes sense, but it makes small people like me feel a certain type of way. But the good thing is, emotionally and mentally, I'm already past all of that stuff, because the one thing I do know is my buyer will be there when they're ready. You can't make a person buy when they're not ready. They don't have the money, they don't have the time, they're just not ready for it. Those are the things help me keep my mind where it is. But the good thing is I am well stocked for when the tide turns. The good thing is if you come in my home, well, you already know. I don't even have to tell you. But if you come in my home outside this mess haven that I'm sitting in right now, you wouldn't believe I have the amount of cards that I have in here, because I have them well nice and neat. Now, the funny thing is, I'm supposed to find out in a few weeks about me moving. I believe the moving company is going to pack me and move me. But I'm going to have no choice but to pack my own cards and get my own cards out of here, because I don't even want them to have the opportunity to bend a single thing of my paper. But I already one person already came and got the Cricut and all that other stuff, because I wasn't using it and I'm not holding up that kind of space. Now I have another stack over there. Someone messaged me a couple of days ago, so that's gonna be leaving. I absolutely love this card because this gold right here actually shimmers on the paper, so I'm happy about that. But I don't know. I tell you, life is hard when you have stressful things. I have had a massive, a major blessing yesterday. I had a freaking good day from the moment I woke up to the moment I didn't go to sleep, which is now, boom, 5 a.m. and I will be in the shower at 6. Right, my wagon is already packed. I'm going to be downstairs 7 o'clock. I'm going to be already on the street. Found my tablecloth. Now I was putting a little table out there, and I made the table. I made the table right here. I made the table right here with my basket. And I was gonna put my little rack of cards there. I said, I'm not doing that. This mess, and then I got little cups that go here because this right here goes to something else that I didn't need. So the little cup's gonna go right there. So I said, no, I'm gonna leave this and leave that right there. I'm taking my massive table and I'm gonna fill up my massive table. Yes, I is. Yes, I is. Cause I don't know where I'm gonna be out. When I'm gonna be outside again. And you know what I sat here and did? I just stuffed all the extra cards that I made that I didn't do anything with, and now I have a whole nother stack. But I need to get on my grind because I don't have any Easter cards on that table. And the reason why I said I wasn't going to make any Easter cards is because I probably have them in here. Nope, I don't think so. I don't think so. Nope. But I'm going to sit here. I'm going to make one. I'm going to cut, chop, and stuff. Probably just 10, and then I leave the rest of them. My shirt is sticking to me. I feel like a salt shaker. But anyway, I feel a little bit better now that I chatted a little bit. So I might as well just knock out some Easter cards, and then I put them in the envelope. Probably about 10 cards. But I can leave those. I can leave the rest of those cards for someone else. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I don't know what was wrong with my printer, but it didn't do yellow like it was supposed to, and I like it. I did two sheets, and I actually like it. I was looking for a different printer today. A printer that will print 11 by 17 sheets of paper. And, I would love that printer. But I said, I'm not changing my printer. Not as long as nothing's wrong with it. Not I. That would be a waste of my time, my resources, my everything. Now, I'm going to use a marker. And I'm going to color in that. And I actually like this right here. I'm going to probably put 2 gems on there. But I'm happy about that. So I'm going to say, 18 minutes and 38 seconds. Perfect for Coral. Yes, Coral is my bestie. Yes. And she has like a hard time watching longer videos. So I try to make them around 20 minutes because she's loyal. So that's what I do. Beverly, thank you so much for sharing my cards on Facebook. I saw it the other day, and guess what happened? I didn't realize that it was my card. And I saw the card. I said, that card is so pretty. And then I'm looking, I said... And I spotted your name, and I said, that's my card. But I just made it a couple days ago, so of course it's not one of my regulars, so I didn't realize what it was. But I'm sitting here now, and I'm feeling so good because I have so many. I do have Easter. Okay, let me just take some of these Easter cards. I have 1 or 2, that is. I have 1 or 2. I'm just going to print this Easter card about 10 times and I'm done. So at least I did make one, right? I have to say, my doctor called me a few days ago because he didn't know I was in a hospital. He didn't know I had a nervous breakdown. And I explained to him that I had my nervous breakdown started while I was at his actual office. and he wasn't aware of that either. So I told him, I said, I had just came from the dentist. Now my dentist is right here, and then my therapy office is right here. So they're right just one office away from each other. So I told him I had such a hard time dealing with that, but I am quite sure you all know I'm not dealing with that anymore. So that's a good thing. The only thing that I am dealing with, which is okay, I was on medicine that caused me a dangerous amount of dry mouth. So now that I'm not dealing with that, I have so much saliva in my mouth that I normally would not have after years of taking that medicine, that it's as if I'm drowning myself having to keep swallowing. But it's better to swallow than to be spraying your mouth every 10 minutes trying to get some daggone saliva. But it is what it is. I am sitting here with the best coffee in America. I don't like coffee. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like coffee. I like coffee and flavoring, but you already see me make my coffee, so you know I like a dessert. I don't like coffee. But this morning when I made this coffee, I said, you know what? I'm in the mood for coffee. So I put a little larger scoop in my coffee maker and made my coffee. And then I let my coffee get completely cold. Then I put some of the flavoring in it and some of the sweetness in it. This right here is a blasted dessert. You hear me? This is amazing. But I realized something. I gained 5 pounds. And I gained 5 pounds because all the daggone pizza I was eating. So I'm going to have to low down the pizza for right now. Just leave it alone and figure out what I could do. But the good thing is I'm still able to wear my very same clothing, but my panties need to be replaced. So instead of me finding myself in a situation to where I have to go out and buy new underwear because my underwear are too tight, I'm just going to sit myself down, focus my mind, and lose the 5 pounds that I gained. Because I'm not going to be one of those people that put gain weight and have to buy new clothes and then hold on. No, I'm not holding on a damn thing. If I can't fit them, and they leaving out of here. Now, yesterday I went to the Dollar Tree. And I picked up these slippers here. And I was looking for these slippers in a different store, and they were $12.99. I had just left the store, and I was going to get the shoes. They were $12.99. And then somebody's children, it was like 3 or 4 children running around, all in the store. And I'm looking, and then the little boy I'm with said something. I said, let me leave, honey. My money ain't going to spend up in here. So then I don't remember if I realized I didn't even bring my bag at the time, but I turned around and I left. And when I was leaving, the security guard was looking at the woman's children. I'll come back another time when it's more quieter in here. These shoes right here I purchased for $5 at the Dollar Tree, and they are beautiful. But I'm going to tell you, they are narrow. So if you have a wide foot, like I do, these may not be for you. But by the grace of whoever, they are absolutely comfortable. The only reason why I don't have them on now is because I live above someone. And although I know people sleep, I don't know if they hear my shoe, occasionally. Because I'm the type of person that lift up my foot. So I lift up my foot. I'm not one of them sloppy people that just that is disgusting. But while someone is sleeping, I want to make sure that I give all the most respect I can. So I took them off. But I kid you not, my feet didn't hurt all afternoon because of these shoes right here. I wish they were black, because, honey, I don't like pink like that. But when my daughter see them, she's going to want them. She's going to want them. And I have my fan on, giving me a break from some of the heat. But I had to switch my now these bags, they fly and drop, and then I step on them. I had to switch the fan from the taller one. I really can't take the sound of the fan. I kid you not, so much stuff that I hear the noise from. That's another reason why I'm really worried about going where I'm going today, because it is absolutely crowded. So I'm going to take my time and think about it. I'm gonna think about it. I may have to find a different location to stand on. That's like not too crowded, but people would most likely, if they would see me like in a car and they pull over or something, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying not to make excuses, but I know freaking well I'll be done left my whole table down there, and I don't want to have a nervous breakdown in the street. Somebody calls an ambulance on me. I don't want that, and that's one of the reasons why I stay in my damn house. I'm so sick and tired of the ambulance picking me up, and then they don't want to give you 5 minutes to say I'm okay. They just want to say, okay, we're gonna put you upstairs, and then you got a mandatory stay of 7 days, and then sometimes you get to whatever in there, then they keep you for 14 days. They would love to see me coming. They be like, oh, we let you leave real early. We not doing that this time. You're going to stay here and you're going to get lots of food. But I don't want to go back to the hospital. That doctor is really not nice. And I know she didn't like me because I told her about her hair. Yeah, you go out. I said, if you go outside without your hair and your makeup and your eyelashes, tell me how you feel if you had no teeth in your mouth. But I wasn't trying to be facetious or anything. It's just the fact that she woke me up from it. From I had just came in that emergency room. And I didn't even know where I was when she was talking some foolishness about keeping me in there. But I was well behaved. I didn't go there and show out. I didn't play those cards. Because, I wasn't giving them no reason to put no stamp. 5 more days. Nope. But I'm going to do what I got to do. And Coral, I apologize. And I will see all of you later. Matter of fact, y'all going to see me when I'm out there. Because I'm going to be doing my YouTube video. I'm going to do me a Facebook Live while I'm out there too. That's how he is. So I'm going to get these cards. Now make sure they all have an envelope. Because you know who, you know who, you know who, you know who. And I'm gonna print out my I don't need all of these, but I need to start leaving them in my car though. It's the season to leave them in my car. So have a wonderful morning. Bye bye.